But leaving y'all behind, that'll be very easy to do. That's light work. And if that makes us the villain, hey, from what I've heard, a lot of people love playing the villain because the villain is way easier than trying to be the hero. The hero takes a lot of work. If we don't elect me, we will have no health care for 500,000 Georgians, Abrams said. And something tells me there's a loophole in there somewhere. And if Kid Gravity gets a hold of this, I'm sure he's going to dig and find that loophole because he's really well versed in the political spectrum than I am.
All right, Brother Torian, thank you for the tag in. Let's talk about the Affordable Care Act. Hey, y'all, Gravity, any day above ground, live it. So you already know what to do. Share, like, and subscribe. That's right, share, like, and subscribe because I'm not like other YouTubers. I'm different. Once again, thanks for Brother Torian for shouting me out on his latest production about Oprah, or like he like to call Oprah, Mammy Winfrey, coming down here to Georgia to stump for Stacey Abrams. He brought up healthcare, and you know that's one of Stacey's platforms on her website and her campaign. Affordable healthcare, especially in the realm of abortion. And like what you heard with Torian, the Affordable Care Act. Now, we all know that's called Obamacare. It is what it is. But there was something that people either forgot about Obamacare or just choose to ignore it, and why this act has been such a detriment to hardworking Americans. So basically what you see on the screen, because we went straight to real time on this, folks, we're not even going to play around with this. So it's basically saying that the Affordable Care Act is a landmark U.S. federal statute enacted by the 111th United States Congress and signed into law by President Barack Obama on March 23, 2010. Together with the Healthcare and Education Reconciliation Act of 2010 amendment, it represents the U.S. healthcare system's most significant regulatory overhaul and expansion of coverage since the enactment of Medicare and Medicaid in 1965. They just love bringing up Medicaid every 2 years, but okay. Let's go down to the Medicaid section. So it says Medicaid expansion. ACA revised and expanded Medicaid eligibility starting in 2014. All U.S. citizens, legal residents with income up to 133% of the poverty line, including adults without dependent children, would qualify for coverage in any state that participated in the Medicaid program, which is most of them. The federal government was to pay 100% of the increased costs in 2014, 2015, and 2016, 95% in 2017, 94% in 2018, 93% in 2019, and 90% in 2020 and all subsequent years. 5% income disregard made the effective income eligibility limit for Medicaid 138% of the poverty line. However, the Supreme Court ruled in NFIB v. Sebelius that this provision of ACA was coercive and that states could choose to continue at pre-ACA eligibility levels. Yeah, I know y'all heard all that and you were like, that's all crap. But Stacey, you like to promote this thing, do you not? Of course you do. It's a far left agenda. You guys want to socialize healthcare. You basically want to cut the profits of the privates and tell everyone, hey, come to the government if you need help. Y'all basically want to be the UK and Canada. You want us to be that. Y'all, I need y'all to go to your people who say things like this. I need you to sit them down. I need you to explain this to them in a way that they'll understand it coming from you. UK, Canada, and all these other countries that like to sit around and say, oh, we have universal health care. We're so great. And I don't understand why Americans have it. Newsflash. Number one, we have bigger populations than them. So it's not going to work at the level that they think it's going to work. But okay. Number two, if you study and look online for, pros and cons of socialized healthcare, you will see that a lot of the gripes people have with it is they don't want you to be healthy. What do I mean? They'll be cool if you come into the hospital. Fine. The government will pay for the doctors to come check on you. Doesn't mean that you're going to get the best health care. That's a toss-up depending on where you go. But also, let's say you have an elective surgery. Like, hey, like I did, like septoplasty. So you could fix a breathing problem. So later on in life, you don't have chronic problems that you're going to be at the doctor all the time. They say you can't have that. You're going to be on a waiting list for treatment, months, sometimes years. Because again, it's the government that is controlling your health. Now, we can also go to the pros where they say, oh, you're less likely to die in a socialized healthcare hospital than, a regular U.S. hospital where your doctor and your insurance might say, we'll take a risk. I'm sorry about your family member. They died on the table. Now, one pro out of that, even though that doesn't sound like a pro, is you get more innovation here in America. Over there with socialized healthcare, they're not encouraged to go above and beyond the call of duty. They just want to use the standard of practice. But let's go to the financials of this ACA that all these Democrats love to promote, especially with Medicaid. See, I does my research and I actually have a very good memory. I actually remember this story that I'm about to pull up on the screen, folks. And it's just ironic that it happened in a hospital down here in Georgia, where Stacey was in charge of the, the legislature. I believe she was House Minority Leader when this happened, but let's go to it. There you go, folks. The Washington Times. Guess what they reported on, folks? I'm going to let y'all see the headline. Bam. Georgia healthcare company cuts 101 employees due to Obamacare. This was back in September 16, 2013. Since Stacey wants to run around and say, oh, the Atlanta Medical Center is going to close because Kemp wouldn't give money to it. Ma'am, y'all were sitting in that, not Kemp, y'all were sitting around in the legislature and allowed this to happen. Where was your letter? But let's read. More than 100 Emory healthcare employees in Atlanta will permanently lose their jobs due to Obamacare, local television station reported. By the way, this was WSB Channel 2 who hosted the debate last night. A September 9th letter by the Emory Healthcare's chief human resources officer submitted by an employee to WSB reads, this notice is to inform you that Emory Healthcare is restructuring and consolidating its psychiatric services program. The letters were reportedly sent to 101 people. Layoffs are effective November 15th. The saddest part is when, during the announcement, we were told our job loss is due to the new Affordable Care Act, the employee told the station. Emory spokesman Vincent Dollard confirmed that Obamacare and a struggling economy played a role in the layoffs. So for all those trying to tell me, oh, Obama fixed the economy. Right. By the way, the economy didn't get fixed till about 2015, 2016 when he was about to leave. But okay. It's sad. It really is, said one man interviewed by a station. A lot of people are going to lose their homes and cars and everything they worked all their life for. Some healthcare professionals may be able to find other jobs within the Emory healthcare system, the station reported. Let's see what they said. I wonder if they still have it up. Nope, they took it down. But yeah, and this is not the only story, folks. I also remember a Colorado businessman saying that he had to lay off about 80% of his workforce because he couldn't afford the premiums for Obamacare. I also, and y'all can go and ask any doctor that you want. I seem to remember also when the Affordable Care Act got into play, a lot of doctors were not taking it because, again, you had to go through those marketplace. Depending on the state, you had to go to the marketplace and sign up for insurance. Now, I came from New York, so we had Affinity Healthcare, and I think it was also Blue Cross Blue Shield, because I tried signing up for 1 year just to see what the rates were, and I said, nah, because I'm not paying no $200 a month. But yeah, doctors were saying they were not going to take the ACA because considering that he had to get the money from the government, they didn't know when they were going to get it. And even if they did take it, the ones that did, they were limited on what they could do. So if they had a patient that needed surgery or somewhat, they had to go submit to the government to get approval for it. Yeah, we want to gamble with people's lives. Because I even remember one doctor saying that someone needed to fix something with their heart. And luckily they got it fixed because they had private insurance, but they used Obamacare to subsidize it. And the government told them, no, they're not paying anything. So unfortunately, that person's other insurance had to foot the bill, and they got charged a lot of money. But this is what y'all want, right? This is who y'all are telling me to vote for. Stacey Abrams, who wants this. You want to basically bankrupt an entire state because you want to bring up people are on Medicaid, which are mostly old people, because every time you see them commercials, it's always old people. Always. But you also want to tell me that I need to vote for this person because they want to go for health insurance, so we as the taxpayer can subsidize abortions. We could pay for this. Nah, I'm good. I'm good on that. That's why I voted against Stacey. Not happening. So you could take that with you. But there you go. Can't tell me I'm lying because it's right here. A hospital laid off people because of Obamacare. The irony is hilarious. But I'm not going to laugh here because it's not funny. Because people lost their jobs in 2013 when Stacey was in office. But she cares about people. Got it. All right, y'all. Let me get up out of here. You already know what to do. Share, like, and subscribe. That's right. Share, like, and subscribe because I'm not like other YouTubers. I'm different. Last thing. If you want to join my members only section, just click the join button next to the subscribe button. $5 a month. You'll get cooking videos before the public sees it. And you may get some private videos and live streams before the public sees it, because there's going to be some topics that I'm going to cover very soon that I cannot put on the broad YouTube streets because I know they're going to get upset at me. But it is what it is. Take care. Stay safe. I'm out.